guys, as my title says, yes, I drove 5 days after my C-section. I had a C-section almost 3 years ago, March. I had gestational diabetes. I had placenta previa, so they delivered her on my first day of my 37th week. What happened is I was trying to conceive. It took me a couple of years, and I did. And so they were going by my first day of my last period. So I technically ovulated like a week after normal people. So my ultrasounds always said I was a week later than I was, but they never changed it. So technically I probably had her, she was probably 36 weeks. So I had a C-section. She went to the NICU totally by surprise. She ended up having to go on BiPAP, where it forces air into your lungs. And by breathing so hard and the air going in her lungs, she gave herself a pneumothorax, which is a hole in her lung. They tried to aspirate it, which was to pull out the air with the syringe, and that failed, so they had to give her a chest tube. She ended up spending 7 days in the NICU, so I had her on Wednesday. They let me stay till Sunday, and I was discharged. I left Sunday morning, came back later, like in the evening. Our NICU had no visiting hours from 6 to 7:30, morning and evening. So I got discharged. Monday came around, and this is her, and I wanted to go to the NICU. And my husband went back to work because my husband went back to work because I was like, there's no need. He was only getting a week off, so there was no need to like have a week off if we didn't know what was going on. And she was well cared for, and you know, so I'd rather have you home when she's home. And how was job and everything, so I drove myself because I didn't want to be on anybody's time limit. I wanted to go when I wanted to leave when I wanted. I didn't want to impose on anybody, and honestly, everybody in my circle works. And how the visiting hours are, it wasn't even like someone could be like, hey, yeah, I can drop you off at like 6:30 in the morning, you know, because I had to be in work, whatever. And our hospital that we have to deliver at with my insurance through my job is like not near anyone or anything. It's a good like half an hour, 45 minutes with traffic. So I drove myself, and against doctor's orders, you know, I did it. I was on Motrin by the time. I was not under any narcotics. And I just did it. And she was in the NICU for 7 days. So I did it for 7 days. Except for on the weekend, my husband, you know, would drive. And that's how we survived the NICU. And that's how I pumped every 2 hours. And I brought my lunch and my breakfast and snacks and water and everything, and drank water all day in the NICU. And wasn't able to hold her for the first couple days. I think she was born on Wednesday, and I hold her, I think, on Saturday or Sunday. And the first time I think I was able to breastfeed was that Monday. So we skip snap today. So, and when I brought her, and so I think I was able to nurse her Monday. She was totally off BiPAP by like Tuesday. So then Wednesday I think I brought her home Thursday. And honestly, once I brought her home, you would have never known she was in the NICU for 7 days. She's a thriving 2.5-year-old, almost 3, right? And yeah, that's my birthing story. A C-section. I had 2 vaginals before her and a C-section, and I would definitely want a vaginal again. C-section was just really weird for me, and it was painful. Some people have C-sections and they're like, no, it's fine. No, I was in pain. It hurt. I had her on Wednesday, and by Friday that like whole thing wore off. They give you like a 24-hour block, and it was painful. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm not trying to do any of that, but it was painful. You know, but by Saturday I was on Motrin, you know what I mean? So it was just really hard to sleep because I couldn't like turn on my side and to lay on your back. I'm not like a lay on the back kind of person to go to sleep. And yeah, so that was my 5 days driving after a C-section. And I guess moms do what they have to do, and I wanted to see this little peanut, and I did, right? He was a baby. You're still my baby.